What was once going to be a review of Infinite Tournament Paintball is turned into a bit of a look at the drama between Infinite Tournament Paintball and Virtua Paintball. Now, Infinite Tournament Paintball was going to release their big update on the 29th. This is like their 1.0. This is their huge announcement, their huge leap forward into making the game a viable retail product. Now, the same day they go live with that update, Virtua Paintball announces that they're coming, and not only to PC, but also to Xbox and PlayStation. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because I do have a concerning leak regarding the Greg Hastings paintball game that's been in development for a very long time. A number of people in my network felt the timing of Virtua's announcement was bad form. It was stealing the spotlight of Infinite Tournament Paintball, and it was kind of like piggybacking off of their hype. It also got into the head of the solo game dev's wife. She was kind of stressed out that this competitor revealed himself on this day. I noticed that Brett from Infamous was involved in the marketing of Virtua Paintball, so I decided to kick the tires and reach out to him to see what he had to say regarding the controversy of the timing of their announcement. I have a lot of respect for him for embracing the challenge of me kind of poking him for, why did you release your game on this day? And what he said is basically, it's a business decision to have our announcement the same day that their V1.0 goes live. So we're here, we're taking advantage of all this hype, all this PR for the other game, and we're saying that our game is going to be better. I asked him for permission to share that, and this quote, this kind of little tidbit I'm showing you right now on the screen, was on my Instagram. So that is a reminder for you guys. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's a great way to keep up on paintball news, rumors, and drama in between videos. I want you to mosey on down to the comments and let me know what you think about Virtua Paintball announcing the same day in which Infinite Paintball went live with their big update. Was it bad form? Was it offensive? Or is it just normal for competitive business? Brett from Infamous is a very smart cookie. He sent over an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. That prevents me from discussing what the game looks like, what its features are, that type of thing. So as far as what I know about Virtua Paintball, I've seen a lot of the game. I've seen a lot more than nearly everybody else. But I'm not allowed to talk about it because of the NDA. I would be immediately sued, and I am broke as shit, and I can't fight that lawsuit. And I also want to play nice. I want to show these guys that, I'm capable of playing nice. If you're going to keep it real, I'll play nice. Infinite Paintball is now available on Steam for $15. This is an indie game. It is a one-man army game. There's one solo game dev. So this is a passion project for just one man. And it's available right now at its 1.0 build for $15 on Steam. Infinite Paintball is legit in that you don't need a super powerful PC to even run it. I'm using an i7 4790K and an RX 480 GPU. Both of those items, main components, are both like 10 years old. So you don't need a beefy PC to run this thing. It will run on a toaster. It's important to look at Infinite Tournament Paintball as a work in progress. For example, the amount of products that are in the game right now are not going to be reflective of its final build. But what we do have now is very impressive. So if you want to shoot that Shocker amp, it's going to look exactly like it does in real life. There's also the Die M3 Plus, the DLS, the DSR Plus, as well as a ton of different aesthetic gear, so jerseys and headbands. If you want a Hormesis headband and a Violence jersey, hell yeah, you can rock it. If you want a Ruthless jersey and a headband from Supreme, you can rock that too. There's plenty of gear in the game right now, and it all looks great. Now that the 1.0 beta is released, Infinite Tournament Paintball finally has enough of a player base for me to hop online and always get into a match right away. And that's been pretty easy, just a couple clicks, or you can even create your own server. I'm sure you're wondering, how does this thing play? And it plays pretty good, but there are a few things that are missing that can make for an overall better experience. For example, there are things like voice chat or text chat. They're not in the game. And I'd also like to see my kill-death ratio, my KDR, and that's not in the game either. Also, the end of the game, there's kind of sometimes an odd time cooldown between everybody on the opposing team being eliminated and the start of a fresh point. So there's a few little tweaks that would help the gameplay a lot in that quality of life experience, but it's still fun. It's fun, but it's incomplete. That's kind of where my review is for Infinite Tournament Paintball at this time. As a work in progress, Infinite Tournament Paintball is lacking on animations. For example, there's no crouch movement animation. You just kind of slide along the turf. There's also a clipping issue that I've noticed. Sometimes your feet, they will fall through the turf and disappear into the ground. Common issue with indie games. Ethan from Digital Paintball, he's the solo dev. He is aware of these issues, and he's trying to find people to come in and help him get the animation for this game much, much better. So I want to see the animation get smoother. I want to see the animation get more realistic. If you're crouching, you don't just slide along the ground. You move your legs and you move. So that needs to be done, and it kind of takes you out of the immersion of the game when you have these animation hiccups or animations that simply aren't there. Despite some of the animation hiccups, Infinite Tournament Paintball feels like tournament paintball in real life, mainly because the field layouts are spot on. Having walked hundreds of NXL fields in my day, the fields, the dimensions of the fields, what the bunkers look like, how they're set up, where they're placed, that feels one-to-one realistic and accurate. This game was also created in Unreal Engine, and it has that signature Unreal shine on the bunkers. Infinite Paintball does a great job of transporting the sounds of the paintball markers into the game. It's also cool to know that you are going to be capped at 10.5 balls a second, so the rate of fire in the game is very similar to the rate of fire in real life. Infinite Paintball has also let us know that they will be adding in new NXL layouts as soon as they drop. So teams who are wanting to get ready for NXL events, they're going to be able to practice their layouts in advance before they get to the event and save themselves time and money as they develop those shots without having to buy case after case of paint. When it's all said and done, there's nothing wrong with buying Infinite Tournament Paintball now and then downloading Virtua Paintball when it comes out, because that game's going to be free. So I have no issues with supporting both of these games. I do plan on reviewing Virtua Paintball as soon as it drops, and if there's any major updates for Infinite Tournament Paintball, I'll go ahead and give you guys a new video. But for me, I have no issues supporting both of these game devs, Brett from Infamous, and then Ethan from Infinite. Yo, I wish both of you guys all the best, and I've tried to keep this video as fair and balanced as possible. I am back to playing games on Steam, so if you guys want to give me an ad, go ahead and hit me up at soup.service on Steam. I will accept anybody who keeps it chill. I really wish I had some better news for this Greg Hastings game that's been rumored to come out for quite a while now. This comes from the Instagram DMs, and I'm going to classify it as a rumor. So this individual, who will be kept anonymous, said he had a family member who was a game developer for the new Greg Hastings game. And between the developers and Greg, the developers were not paid for the work that they put in for this game. That means that they stopped work on the game, and where it is now is unknown. And it is fairly common to see somebody who's funding a game decide to pull out because they don't like it. That type of thing in game development is very common. So I'm not saying Greg did anything wrong, but I did hear a rumor and a tip that people who worked on the game were not paid for their work. The last little bit of rumor that I have regarding the development of a new Greg Hastings comes from an industry friend. He was approached by Greg to have his products, his branding in the game, and he was given a price. And that price was absurdly high. That price was like 6 figures. When I'm hearing all of this rumor swirling around the Greg Hastings game, I feel that where they are now, it is pretty unlikely that we will see another one. I hope we do, because more games about paintball are better than less games. These games actually help grow the sport. A lot of people throw that term around, but getting paintball media out there, getting paintball video games out there, that's growing paintball. And it's awesome to see that we finally have video games for paintball once again. Now, when I heard we were getting Infinite Paintball, I sent a couple messages out on Ethan's behalf. I was hitting people up like, yo, do you want your products in this game? This game's going to be fucking awesome. So Ethan's a good dude. He will get your products in this game. And I didn't make $1 off of it. I got a free review copy of the game, but I am in no way financially linked to this. So if that's kind of what you guys are thinking, no. I just sent a few texts out to a few friends, and they responded, and they got their stuff in the game. So I'm really happy that Ethan got this thing to where it is today. because it's come a long way, and I know it's going to go even further. This is Scotty with Will Ball for Soup. Welcome to new season. Multiple uploads in a month. Holy shit. We're doing it, boys. 20K soon, maybe? Maybe? All right, signing out. Later.